Hey guys, what's going on? Today I have a fragrance from House of Chanel, and Chanel, as you know, is a very premium and posh house. People know this as a designer house and top tier designer, to be honest. And let's say Dior and Chanel are always neck to neck, like neck, like it's sort of like how to say they're actually almost fighting for the top position in designer fragrance game. But today I'll be looking at a female fragrance, okay? And the fragrance is flanker of a very legendary fragrance. This fragrance, the original one of this, Chanel number 5, okay? This is what made Chanel legendary, right? And the fragrance that I'm gonna show you today, it's called Chanel number 5 Eau Premiere, okay? And this is EDP concentration made in France. As you can see, I'll be talking from this 2 ml official sample. I wore quite a bit of it actually, to be honest. As you can see, juice level is down from top to here, so I did give it a lot of wearing, enough for me to conclude few points. Few things before I start. This fragrance doesn't have that many reviews from men, like male reviewers. I've seen quite a lot of female reviewers who have talked about this. They did very good review, and you can definitely check out all the reviews because women's take on women's perfumes are always spot on. This fragrance is kind of like on the, I think, 2015. I think that's when it was released, 15 or 14, either one, I forgot. uh, this one they were trying to go for more summery and millennial version of the very legendary Chanel number 5. Chanel number 5, in my opinion, was always something. It's a love or hate, and I would never say I hate some fragrances, but I could never love Chanel number 5. I tried it many times. I never ended up buying a bottle. It's just too mature. Something about it just gives me headache. Even Coco Mademoiselle, they're tough. Chanel's are really tough, to wear. I guess women can pull it off better. This fragrance, however, I think it's a much better version of that, and I'll talk about it alongside the notes. Who is it for? When is it suitable to wear this fragrance, and price and stuff like that. So as you guys see, it's basically like the all like all other official samples. It says number 5 Chanel and Eau Premiere, and the concentration is EDP. But this one, they don't really say much description. It's very simplistic. See, Chanel is not going overboard. Many of the companies, they would write a huge story here, like this is for elegant modern era, blah blah, and then they try to put a poetry and stuff. Chanel doesn't do it. They just make statement with the bottle. Bottle looks like this. I'll put a picture of the bottle and on the opening thumbnail. Back you get some more information, made in France, stuff like that. Yeah, so pretty much nothing much. It's very simplistic, very posh bottle design. Prices for this, as far as I remember, it was retailing for 50 mil, 100 US dollars, and 100 mil you can pretty much think get it for $132, something like that. So it's kind of on the pricier side, but not overboard, like not 150 or $200, no. So this pretty much still within your budget, but higher end of your designers. The notes in this, I believe, are the very floral note. I think the first note I think I read was ilang ilang. It's, some people find it funny. So ilang ilang, it's like a funny word. So ilang ilang, and then the thing there was aldehydes. It's aldehyde mostly used in Chanel, a lot of fragrances. It gives very good performance to the fragrances. Longevity gets better, but yeah, if this lasts a long time or not, I'll tell you in the review. This is, I think, primarily for women only, and the guys can wear it if you're into Chanel number 5. Many guys I know, they love Chanel number 5. They almost consider borderline sort of a powerhouse, sort of a unisex fragrance. But to me, Chanel number 5 always was a very pungent sort of a women's fragrance. This one, I was talking about the notes. Yeah, sorry, not very integrated today. Ilang ilang, aldehydes. Think there's some sort of exotic rose note in this. I forgot which rose it was. And vetiver. There is also some, I don't know, sandalwood. And I detected some sort of this fragrance. I also got a lot of musk. They said vanilla as well, but I think I got musk. I'll give you an example of a fragrance that I found on the heart. In the heart note of this, I found a similarity in a one fragrance, in men's fragrance. I'll tell you about that. So this fragrance, okay, what do I get? I have the dry down here for 5 to 6 hours now. So performance, if I talk about the performance, this is a very good performer. It's like this fragrance lasts a long time. Chanel quality, it's very good. And I wore it every single time. I wore it like different daytime, nighttime. I think the ideal time to wear this, I think it's not in the high heat, even though it's made for summers and spring. I still do not think it's a great summer scent, but it was released just before the summer of 2015, as far as I understand. But yeah, opening. Let me spray the opening. I'm not very big fan of it, but let me tell you the opening. Okay, here you go. Let's just go a little bit, not so much. This is very pungent scent. Okay, so this fragrance, what you get from the opening, it's something I'm not very big fan of. It's a very trademark oldies. It's almost like very classic, like 90s, or it reminds me of those times. It has that DNA of Chanel number 5. I do not own Chanel number 5, but I know the fragrance. It's just typically that, and it's not my favorite opening. Maybe women would love that more, but there's something mature about it. Even though it's made for millennials and stuff, I find it tad bit mature. If you can go past the opening, then yes, you might enjoy, because from the heart towards the base, it's amazing. It's really, really, really good. So the opening of ylang ylang and the aldehydes and whatever the notes, it's in the opening, it's some people love it, some people hate it. I am on the side of not liking it that much. And it takes kind of like 1 hour to go to that heart, where that beautiful, that smell that really comes, like that gorgeous rose, the jasmine, I guess, also, and vanilla, and then the musk. I was talking about musk. This fragrance reminds me on the heart note. This fragrance for him, Narciso Rodriguez EDP. You know how much I love this musk, and this very mysterious, very beautiful, gorgeous. I think this is a masterpiece of a fragrance. I enjoy this a lot more than the EDT. And for colder days, this is the musk in this with the iris. I don't know if this got some sort of iris in it. Maybe it mixes with that musk, gives me that feel of Narciso for him EDP. So I rated this like a masterpiece. That means 10 out of 10. If you're a fan of musk, if you liked it, highly likely going to enjoy this fragrance, even if as a guy. So mostly I would say suggest this for women, and it's made for women, and it is such a pretty fragrance on a dry down. Not very big fan of the opening at all. It's just something, it's like grassy. It's not vetiver on the opening. It's not vetiver, but it's just the aldehydes or whatever. It's just not doing it for me, that opening. I'm not very big fan. These are supposed to be like for free, distributors, not for sale, but I actually paid and I bought this sample, so that I want to review this. I think it's a great fragrance. It's going to be good for younger crowds. I can see younger ladies, but I think at the same time, summertime, after that opening blast of 1 hour, it will be good summer/spring scent, and can be used in winter time as well, because it has good like potency. It has very good performance on skin. Okay, so here's my dry down. What I get from it, it's a very beautiful. It doesn't have any similarity whatsoever with the opening, and it just becomes a wonderful. Like, let me put it there because you cannot see the bottle. Yeah, so this fragrance, it's more about a beautiful floral, sort of like a musky, sort of kind of like fruity heart, and I really highly recommend this if you're looking for a high class, long lasting. If you can afford this fragrance, I suggest you can get this, or you can get it for a wife if you're a dude, or your girlfriend. But remember this one thing, this is very acquired taste, and the opening, some people may, like some ladies would go for something easy, they want to go for something easygoing. Right from the first sniff, they would fall in love, like, Bombshell. It's not like Bombshell. This is a much higher class fragrance. I think it will fit nicely for the high class occasion. You can wear it for a signature scent as well, no problem. But it's such a nice girly scent. More like 70% girly, 30% guys can wear it if you're into this kind of DNA. Overall, longevity, 9 out of 10. Projection, it doesn't really jump out of your skin, but I would say like 8 out of 10. Very good projection from this. Smell of it, not big fan of the opening. Dry down and the base, really love it. So I'll give this 7.5 out of 10 because of the opening is not so good to me, to my humble opinion. And versatility, I think you can wear this almost all year round because of the dry down. It's made lighter, more airier than Chanel number 5, not as powdery or as sickening as that thick Chanel number 5. And it does have the hints of Chanel number 5. I think there are a lot of other flankers from this line. I think at least 4 or 5. They also have hair products, some lotion and stuff, and they also have the Coco Noir line. They have the Coco Mademoiselle line. they're all very posh fragrances, but they're all not very safe fragrances. It's you really have to dig your nose, try it out several times before buying a full bottle, because these are not cheap. So yes, my recommendation, how much I'm gonna give this? I'm gonna give this a solid 8 because of the quality, ingredients used in this, long lasting, definitely, nice looking bottle, very simplistic, but it's iconic bottle. You can pick it up. It's a Chanel bottle, and high class juice. Definitely, I recommend it, but definitely not a must buy or a blind buy worthy. Definitely try it out. Try to get a sample of it. If you buy, shop at Chanel counters. Try to tell them, give you a maybe a sample like this, so you can wear it enough to know if you like it. I say you're gonna like it because of the dry down, right? So overall, that's the kind of review I think I'm gonna give this. It's a nice little fragrance. I really like it. I might wear it from time to time, just not like I reach for it all the time, right? Chanel number 5. This is Eau Premiere EDP concentration. Do let me know if you ever tried it. If you like Chanel fragrances, which one is your favorite? I'll talk to you soon, and good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.